Welcome to the South Cobb Business Association podcast. Thank you for streaming. However you're streaming, like, share, follow, and subscribe. South Cobb is open for business. Let's prosper together. We want to thank the Riverside Epic Center studio for this wonderful podcast studio. If you're looking to record a podcast in the area, you need to consider Riverside Epic Center because you're going to have an epic experience. I also want to give a special shout out to all of our banner sponsors this year: Be Bold Institute, CMIT Solutions, Cobb Collaborative, Community and Schools, Early Learning Property Management, LGE, Mableton Improvement Coalition, the Piedmont Bank, Practically Legend Lifestyle, Red One Technology Solutions, of course, Riverside Epic Center, Sweetwater Missions, Trey Hutchins, and Well Connected Funding. Thank you for being our banner sponsors for 2024. And today in the studio, I have Dr. Block, also known as Dr. Golf. He came back once again to share even more with us. So Dr. Block, thank you for being back.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm delighted to be here once again.
Now, previously, we had Dr. Block with us, and he shared with us the importance of South Cobb Business Association, its history, why you should get involved, and part of the history of the South Cobb area. But today, I have Dr. Block back to talk about what he does in the business community, not just serving the South Cobb Business Association, but his own business. So, Dr. Block, thank you for being back with us.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you for allowing me this time to talk about Block Business Development, LLC. Talking about history, let me give you a little history of why I created it in the first place. As you know, and many people do know, that I have been on the board of 6 out of the 10 business associations in Cobb County, and I've been an ambassador for 4 chambers up until this year. And it was 13 years that I was involved, and so my reputation was, and has been, that Dr. Block knows everybody. And so in 2019, I was at 4 different separate networking events, and I was being introduced that you ought to know Dr. Block because he knows everybody. And I sat down and I said, how can I use that reputation to create a business that would allow me to help small business owners? And the original company was called RGB Concierge Services, that changed to Block Marketing and is now changed to Block Business Development. Because that was more accurate. Business development part of what I was doing was more accurate to the name that I was calling it. So, or the services. And the services for small business owners have to do now with 4 major ones. There's more, but these are the 4 major ones. Content marketing, helping new businesses and businesses that don't really have a good business plan, for me to help them create it and take action on those business plans, as well as the marketing plans, creating marketing plans. Actually, what I am is a very good resource for new business owners, those who want to start a business. Really would benefit to talking with me, because I've been there and I've done that for sure. Actually, I was the managing partner of 2 practices when I was involved in medicine. So, and my wife was in the printing business forever. So I have a good ideas about a lot of things, including the content marketing part of things. And the last part of it is email marketing campaigns, organizing them and managing them. Those are the 4 major things in 2024 that I'm presenting to small business owners. And if they need my help, they can reach me through my telephone number, which is 770-314-8229. If you, on the back of my card, if you get my card, is a QR code that allows you to do a discovery call with me, up to a half an hour discovery call. So I find out what their concerns are and how I may be able to help with what their needs are and how to help them with their needs. And also, I've been networking, as you know, for 1,000 years. And so if I can help teach people how to network better, that's part of the things I do. The other things that I do, the other services, which I'm not going to call minor services, last year I spent a lot of time advocating for my clients at networking events. So if you were busy with your work, I could go out and represent you. And it had nothing to do with block business development. I would not talk about that. I'd talk about your business. And I love doing that because it helped the small business owner concentrate on what they needed to concentrate on. And I could help promote them and advertise what they do, present them. So I enjoy doing that as well. The cost for me is, I think, is nominal. I'm not going to give exact prices here on this podcast, but it's all nominal because I've been a small business owner. I know, the tightness of budgets and all of that, especially for new companies. So all of that and more is what is part of block business development. But again, 4 major things. Because content marketing creation is the process of developing and producing various types of valuable content that are intended to engage, to inform and entertain the target audience that you have, the demographic. And I enjoy doing that. I'm a very good writer, so I enjoy doing that part of it. And that's something that I've incorporated into block business development.
That's great. One of the things that's very neat to what you said, it's business development, but it's also a form of mentorship. Yeah. And there's a lot of people that we know if we saw some of the data, that there's a lot of young families and young professionals who are moving into the South Cobb area, and a lot of them want to start businesses. Yeah. But like you said, they don't know the very basics, but especially even if they know they have a business degree, they don't know how to network. And so especially when you have the now Gen Zs in the workplace, and it's not just millennials now, people talk about millennials for years, but now Gen Z is actually in the workplace, and they need to know how to network. And so one of the things you're offering is not just marketing and development, but it's teaching you how to be successful in the community, and that's very needed.
Yeah, well, I really enjoy the idea. I've been networking now going on 14 years, and I have a very good sense of it as well. And how to do it and how to do it correctly. Yeah. The other part. But there is one other aspect of what is part of my company over the years, because of the relationships I have built up all over Metro Atlanta, is that I have strategic partners. So things that I can't do or that I have people that I can go to, and depending upon the area that we're talking about, because whether it's Cobb County, whether it's Douglas County, whether it's Paulding County, et cetera, I have people that I know that do different things. And so if I can't be of help in those things, I refer to those strategic partners, and they know that I'm referring them, say a new business owner or somebody who's thinking about a new type of business. They understand the sensitivity of what to charge, that it's a different charge because they don't have a big budget, right? So I did my homework and talked to all these strategic partners and say, look, these are the people that I'm going to probably send you, be aware that they may be new business owners. So I have a list of strategic partners and in the different industries. And also, what I list, I didn't bring it with me because I'm changing it, is a rack card that on the back of it has all the different industries and that cover everything that is important to a small business owner.
That's great. Anything else you want to share before we close today's podcast?
No, I just appreciate the time that you've given me today to talk about my business. I was very pleased to have talked about the historical parts of South Cobb Business Association, and thank you for these new pins. They're great. And look forward to our next luncheon and our next event that you have developed.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to South Cobb. It's open for business. The business association is growing, it's expanding, and we've had recent ones where we've barely had any room left, and I know the best is yet to come, and
Absolutely.
We're going to keep growing South Cobb Business Association to epic heights.
Absolutely, and what you've done is now increase our membership. We're back rocking and rolling. Yeah. So that's a great thing, and have great speakers for our luncheons, and we're going to have a great event in May, which is an after hour in May, which I was glad to help you with. Yeah. Dogwood Golf Club, which is going to be fun.
That's going to be a great one. I think people are going to enjoy that. And we have even more events coming up at the South Cobb Business Association. So make sure you subscribe, like, and follow this podcast. And check out our website, southcobbba.org. Thank you for being a part of this podcast. Make sure you follow Dr. Block. You see his information below. You see how you can contact him and get connected with his business. If you're looking for these services, I encourage you to get connected with Dr. Block and what he does. You will be enriched as a result of it. So get connected. South Cobb is open for business. Let's prosper together. Dr. Block, thank you for being with me today.
Thank you, Kerrick. I appreciate you having me.